What's good, guys? Today we're doing blurry cam. You know what I'm saying? Straight blurry. I'm even going to dim the light down a little bit so you can barely see. But darkness, this is where I came from. This is where I was raised. This is who I am. And then there's also the lightness that I experienced in life, that I went through to realize, bro, the light comes from within. Self-fulfillment, self-betterment, self-happiness. It all comes from within. This is something that a lot of people don't get to experience on their journey. This is something that a lot of things been like taken away from you as a childhood, not being properly loved, not given the proper attention growing up. So now you feel like, as an adult, maybe your mind becomes a little bit more reckless. Maybe your mind drifts off to another place. Maybe it's hard to show emotion, show empathy, because of not who you are, but just how you was raised as a human being. And you can't blame yourself for that. You can't just be like, it's all on me, because you have to give yourself a fighting chance to be who exactly you already are, but also to thrive without, let's say, right, but how could you thrive without even knowing who you are? Who you are is just who you are. Literally is greatness, right? There's nobody else like you on the planet. You're one out of a million. You're literally the analyzer, player one. But my way or the highway, it needs to stop. There will never be my way or the highway. It's the divine's way or the highway. You feel me? Everything in life is already written. Things of how it's gonna play out. And like, I've been placed in a lot of people's lives, literally. And every single person always tells me, yo, they see greatness within me. Something that I don't even haven't fully acknowledged also. But yeah, I feel like every single day, every single step we make along that way, we all have this greatness. We all have that bit of trait that stands out from the rest of the crowd. Some people realize it, some people don't. Some people like 50 years old, still acting like a child. Some people like 20 years old, who's acting like an adult. But regardless of the matter, if you ever felt like, you know what I'm saying, you needed to run to face emotions, or maybe even shut down because, let's say, the conversation was getting too heated, it was getting too much. So it's like, some people don't know how to deal with that because they just haven't been taught that, you feel me, never been expressed that. So it's like, naturally the body would just shut down, and maybe they even may try to let's say manipulate, gaslight, lie, cheat, steal, kill, living in survival mode. You feel me? A lot of people don't even know that they're living in their south node, living in survival mode, receiving bad karma, receiving like, why is everything happening to me? Oh, why do you think? Everything in life has a cause and effect. Everything in life has the action and the freedom to do as you please. because we're all human beings, and like everybody has a choice. So yeah, that being said, let's jump straight into it. Some people told me that on my early journey, some people told me that what he can't possibly be a sidekick, what he can't possibly maintain and manage this greatness that he speaks of. You know, some people gonna think you fake. Some people the real gonna recognize real though, regardless. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. I feel like I was placed in this person's life to be that eye opener, be that awakening, be that little bit of light just to help somebody find a path, really. And I seen it for what it was. I kind of always knew that there were some issues coming up. There were some issues, there were some problems, of course. But did I back down from the challenge? Hell no. Did I give up easy? Hell no. Instead, I was like, what? Narcissist? Nah, not in this book. So you already know. I did what I came to do, which was be that light. Be that light in somebody else's life to maybe give them some stepping ground, and also maybe give them a backbone to stand up for themselves. This person had no backbone at all. Scared, trembling, shook. I'm like, calm down. Everything is gonna be fine. And relax and trust the process. So apparently, apparently through the grapevine, I kind of was like, I was also waiting for like the moment where somebody really speaks up and truly understand that your life is not a game. Your life is not a joke. Maybe the people around you may think that. Maybe they may not treat you and give you the validation. Unless it's about, you know what it's about. But at the same time, this person never really had like experienced greatness through the eyes of somebody who truly values, through the eyes of somebody who has clear judgment, clear understanding, literally knows when they're at their lowest, but won't ever express it. So what they do is basically they run off to that next fix, that next validation for somebody to give them a tap on the back. But the whole time, they never realized that you can give yourself that validation. You don't need that validation from anybody. And that's just a part of life. That's just a part of understanding who you are. And when shit gets hard in the kitchen, when shit gets hot in the kitchen, you don't step out. You put on a fire suit and you start cooking. You know, you throw on the fire gloves. Now, if you burn your leg while cooking, you might just want to run like a nice little cool towel over it. No, I'll stop cooking right now. All right, okay. So yeah, since me gifts are fake or whatever, let's break down the code. This whole time, of course, I was being analyzed, fam. I was being watched. I was being monitored. I already know. Every like split little second, the eye to eye contact is like, it's just like, but at the same time I was being watched, I was also watching you the whole time. Analyzing, reading, studying. Because I've seen greatness. Now, the other person may not have seen the greatness, but I did. And I don't play about nobody, especially the people in my life. So when it comes to anybody in my life, I don't play about you. I'm going to make sure the least I can do is show you the right path. Maybe point in a direction that you may never even thought about taking before. Maybe even show you a side of yourself that you never even known that you had inside you. And that's the beauty behind it. But also yesterday was wild, bro. Like, phone literally flew towards me. I saved the whole life type shit. And like, I don't know, I had 2 people in Pacific just like come up to me and was just like, yo, you're mad chill, like mad cool, like whatever you're doing, just keep doing that. And I'm like, yeah, that's like confirmation right there. And it was a compliment that I probably needed to hear too. I was like, damn, like they did not know me, complete stranger, just walking, bumped into somebody. It was like, oh shit, like your vibe's mad chill, your vibe's mad good, like. And then I asked this one dude with the pink dreads, I seen him too in like Times Square. It's crazy. He was like, yo, I was like, who's the most famous celebrity I've ever seen before in life? He was like, you. Did he know who I was? I have no idea. But like, he was like, you. I was like, oh shit, like word? It was cool. I felt with that compliment though. I felt with that right there. I was like, hell yeah. You already know I'm the biggest, the realest. But it was just something like, I was like, damn. I'm coming to this person just to say like, yo, I see what you're doing and I'm proud of it. Like, keep making the great tunes. Like, and he kind of just directed that good energy on me. I was like, what? For me? And I felt like that was wavy type shit. Yeah, so let's really break down everything that's really been hidden. And we're gonna pull it towards the light now because like, no matter what it is, I always told you, you still good. Regardless, every time you froze up, I was like, yo, you still good. Every time when you thought nobody was watching, I was. You still good. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now it's supposed to be a good turning point in your life. August is here. We all felt that energy shift. We all felt that energy change. Just know you still good. But there is somebody suffering out there in silence. Somebody who's afraid to speak up. Somebody who's not used to using their voice. It could be a blockage in the throat chakra, you feel me? And also anxiety. There's anxiety, there's fear, there's nervousness, there's a lot. This person literally has nobody in their corner. Nobody's gonna truly But at the same time, confirmation right there, word. Yeah, it was slips. It was little cracks that I seen that I was just like, yo, what was the whole point of this? For real. I think the whole point was just really the human experience, which was learning. Learning, growing, accomplishments, achievements. You know what I'm saying? Stack it. It's not about who the person is. It's more like who the person is becoming on their journey. So you can't look at other people's journey and try to match it and be like, oh, I want to be like this person. Because you don't know what this person been through to get there and how long it took them to get there. But understanding where you are on your journey it's brutal for you to understand where you are and where you stand on your own journey, so you can start making the steps that you need to make to, be fulfilled, to be happy and shit, basically. Yeah. Third party probably watch me, you feel me? Of course. Hello. Aim up. And I want to say, just don't get it mixed up. Don't get a blessing mixed up with something in the back of your head that tells you that it's not what you think. It truly was a blessing in disguise. It truly was a lesson. Like, this person is literally sitting there boo-hooing for what? I have no idea. But it's time to snap out of it now. I guess it kind of, facts. So I'm assuming like maybe it was like a husband or something, and like children were involved. There's a little bit of abuse, probably, just a little bit of toxicity, probably, and there was also the mother figure too that played a role in it. That was just like, hey, this is what you should be doing. But has anybody, like, if I ran to my pops or whatever, I think I'm saying the same thing, you feel me? But it's like the message behind it, if you look around right now and be like, are you happy? That's all that really matters, is realizing, are you happy? And if you're not happy, if you can't be looking in the mirror and be like, yo, I am like happy to who I am and what I do with my life, let's break it down even further. This was a pattern. This was something so embonded, so traumatic, a life experience that was so traumatic that you trauma bonded with something, right? And this became a daily routine. This became something that was just like, oh, it's okay to cheat. It's normalized because this is how my relationship is. I have an open relationship. He does what he does. She does what she does. But at the same time, these people was bonded. You feel me? And like, they grew up both manipulating each other, both trying to get over on one another, because the love may not be there, but the passion is. And they're doing it for the sake of family, literally. So that's where that kind of ties into. But when it comes across let's say a divine being or whatever like that, I realize, like, okay, like, I was only right. I was only sent in this person's life to just give him a peace of mind. That's literally all it was. When I seen it for what it was, it's like, all right, but like at the end of the day, I'm still good, regardless. Because like I didn't take it as in like, yo, why is this happening to me? But this is happening for me, and this is where I grown. Like while you probably was chuckling in the background sometimes, thinking you really, really got away, I was analyzing. You feel me? I was already so far, far ahead of my own time that I'm like, oh snap. This right here is crazy daisies. But shit, you gotta be grateful for it all, fam. But I knew every single moment, everything, like, yeah, I think that's really about it, really. I just wanted to say that, end the suffering to whatever that doesn't serve you and make you happy in life, regardless to anybody out there who may feel like, if you gotta look in the mirror and be like, ask yourself, are you happy? If you're happy, then you should be still good regardless. But if you're not truly happy, if you crying in silence, if you suffering in silence, go get help. Seek help. Literally. Go get help. Ask a counselor. Go to therapy. Do something. Go talk to somebody. Because if you can't pull yourself out of the funk, ask for help. Call on your ancestors, call on the spirit guides, maybe even say a prayer. But if you ask, you shall receive. Word. I could have been a toxic person. I could have been like, yo, let this person just suffer in silence. But regardless or not, you still do, because, and this is my ego talking right now. This is my ego. But to really try me and the people I care about, that's breaking everything. You're not gonna be still good. If you try me and the people I care about, you feel me? You're not gonna be still good. There's a reason for that. Because I come with repercussion. I don't come with a warning label, but a lot of people have tried. And I can tell you right now, they're not still good. And I gotta keep repeating that, because I know in the back of some people's minds, they don't understand that you're not still good. But once you tap into your truth, who you are and what you gotta stand up for is just to be you authentically, to embrace the bad, to embrace the good, and then you become still good. You can't just live in one shadow side of darkness and expect the light to follow up. You have to have that equal balance to be still good. Big Earth Angel right here, gang. That's how I know I'm still good. But yeah, I guess the journey was like truly amazing. There's so many times where I had like so many, say, epiphanies, so many things that was shown to me. Like it was so crazy. This is what I'm talking about. For me, like on my side, bro, oh my God. Like I literally realized, like I teared up a teeny bit because like I was like, yo, the amount of support that I have, the amount of people who like really truly like look up to me, like, oh my God, bro, I was amazed. I was like, yo, this whole time I was still good. That's why like it was like, yo, this is unbelievable. But like it kind of helped me like tap into something so much greater. I can't even explain. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because like this person, they taught me to truly tap into me, but didn't even know they was teaching me that. So I'm still good. And then like I am not the same person, but I am on a whole nother scale. Like I feel like I jumped, like still good. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm at a point in my life where it's just like I'm still good. And it's like it's stronger. The intuition is like so much stronger. And I feel like I understand just a lot of things I couldn't really see before in life. Because I didn't take the situation and be like, yo, I have to make it my way. It's my way or the highway. Burger King, have it your way. No. I had to do the introspection. I had to see what was going on around me to be like, yo, I'm still good. And I just wanted to say, shout out to you guys. I love you guys always. And the journey never ends. This is your human experience. This is a part of life. This is just the beginning. You have so much ahead, but there's a person out there who's really suffering. There's people out there really in the world who's truly suffering from things like this and like things in life that they'll never really explain. So just know, between me and you, you still good.